Hello everyone, if you are just joining us, thank you, welcome to my channel. And if you are already subscribed to my channel, thank you. So for this style now, I've cut some parts because I had to give you the best measurement, so I had to do some correction and all that. So I'm sorry I didn't show you some parts I've cut and joined, but I'm sure going to measure it for you so you all know what I've cut there. Okay, so the first measurement we are going to be cutting is what I'll be showing you now. Okay, so I'm folding it into two because my table is not that long. Okay, so unfolded, I measure out that's about 20 inches. That is, you are going to cut 40 inches. So unfold is giving me about 19 and a half, but initially I cut 40 inches, so unfold will be 20. So because I've stitched that edge to give me that shape like that, just the way we fold our normal undo. So I fold it into two and stitch that edge. So I have wording inside. You can decide to use marco, either of the two words. So I have my wording, so that's the beginning of my wording and the end of my wording there. Okay, so let me just take the measurement of the wording so you can see. Okay, so for the wording now, I've got 13 inches for the wording. So 13 inches for the wording, that's 13 inches in length, while the width is 6 inches. I had to fold it into two so as to get that thickness. But if you are working with marco, you don't need to fold into two. Just cut out your 16 inches by 3 inches, okay? But for the wording, you use the thick wording, but you still cut by 6 and fold into two. So I insert it into the middle of my ashoke and I stitch the two end of the marco like that. Then you fold your fabric into two back just to locate the middle, and you can use your chalk to note the middle or use your pin just for you to be able to note the middle. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be cutting now is I've cut out 11 inches 2 times. Okay, I cut it out 2 times and join it together like so. And after joining, you fold the first time and you fold the second time. You have to fold on the joined parts, not the other way around. Just look at the way I'm folding it. After joining it together, see the joint part is where I'm folding. Okay, you fold it into two like that and fold into two to have 4, just like you want to cut your flake. So after that, I measure out 5 inches all through. These measurements, you might want to reduce it if you are cutting for a child, or say of you're cutting for a child, but this one is for an adult. So I've cut out 5 inches all through to form this circle. So after that, you just fold into two like that just to locate the middle. You can use your chalk to mark the middle also. Anywhere can be the middle actually, because it's a circle. So you make sure the middle you choose align together with the middle of your rope, okay, and use your pin to hold it down like so. Okay, so I'm going to be pinning it because we want to attach the circle to the rope. Okay, so you pin it down like that because it's a circle, so it won't be easy to sew on a straight line like that. So you pin it down, you pin it on the left and also on the right like so. Okay, so I'm just going to be using my pin to hold it together before taking it to my sewing machine to stitch. Alright, so I've pinned some parts down like that. So the middle that I've joined to the middle of the rope, so the opposite of it now, I note that place and I measure out 2.5 to the right and also 2.5 to the left. Okay, so that's together I have 5 inches. So that 5 inches will be excluded from what I'm going to be stitching to the rope. Okay, so we just want to make sure that it's straight, so that one part will not be longer than the other. So that's why you need to locate the middle and measure out the 5 inches, 2.5 inches on both ends. So altogether I have 5 inches there, you can see. You can use your chalk or your pin to mark that point if you don't have. So you now go to your rope, the edge of the rope. You measure out 10 inches. You can use 9 inches, either 9 or 10 inches works fine, but for me I'm making use of 10 inches so that the remaining fabric there will be enough for me to tie at the end of the whole process. Okay, so 10 inches is enough, but if you want to work with 9 inches, it's still fine, it's okay. At least you still have something to tie at the end. All right, so after noting the place 10 inches marked, so you now make sure that that side that you've marked from the make sure that that point you've marked 5 inches aligned to 5 inches. That marked place, make sure it's aligned with the 10 inches there. You can use your pin to hold it then, so you should have like 2 or 3 pleats is fine. Okay, just 2 or 3 pleats on each side, like that. Okay, so I'm just trying to form the pleats there. Okay, so just use your pin to hold it down. 2 or 3 pleats is fine, whichever one you can pleat. If you can form 2, if you can form 3, it's fine also. So I use my pin to hold the third plate there, and I'll do the same thing for the other side too. Do the same thing for the other side too. I'll take it to my sewing machine and stitch together. Alright, so I've done that now. So while stitching, I decided to reduce it to 2 pleats, which is still the same thing. So alright, so I have my bias tape here. So this bias tape, I'm going to use it to cover up the trim, is the edge of the circle. There are 2 ways to do this. You can first cover it up with your bias before joining it to the rope, or you wait till after this and then you now join. It's still fine. Okay, so next measurement I have here now is the one for the fan at the back. Okay, so for the fan I've cut 32 inches. I cut 32 inches 2 times. Okay, I've cut 32 inches 2 times. So for this style, generally you'll be needing like 3 pieces of ashoke. You won't even finish the 3 pieces. Okay, let's say like 2.5. 2.5 is enough. So I've cut 32 inches 2 times, join it together and stitch the 2 sides. Okay, so after that, now I want to start forming the fan plate. Okay, so this fan plate is the same thing as the previous one I've shown you. The one I use Sego to do is still the same thing. So you measure out 11 inches from the down part like that, and from the sides it's just like 1.5 or 2 inches. Okay, all right, let me take the measurements. The side is just 2 inches or 2.5. It depends on how wide you want it to be. You fold it in like that. Okay, and you start forming the fan plates just the same way you form your fan plates. So for this Zara autogele, it depends on the style you want to have at the back. You might want to have a ruffle, any style you want, but for this particular tutorial we are going to be doing this type of fan at the back. Okay, so the style you want to have at the back will determine the number of pieces of ashoke you'll be using. Okay, so just trying to form the fan plate. Okay, just watch. Okay, just my camera there so I can give you a clearer look. So you take it to the back of the hair, because that's exactly where I want the style to be, at the back of the hair like that. Okay, so you start from there. You can use your pin to hold it down to the dummy and start forming your plates like that. Okay, so just the same way we form our fan plates, using 2 pieces of ashoke like this. Okay, so I'm going to be forming it the same way. That please don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell button, and don't forget to like also and share with your loved ones. Thank you very much. Okay, so just keep on pleating like that. Just follow the steps, it's very easy. Okay, okay, so alright, so just keep on going like that. Okay, so that's it, and use your pin to hold it. So okay, so that's just it. So just keep on forming the plates like that. Okay, yeah, till I get to the end. So whichever style you want your fan to be, it can be this way or like that. So back. So alright, so I've done that now. I've stitched it together, stitch everything together. So I'm just trying to remove the pin I used to locate the needle. Alright, so you turn it inside out. So now you might want to take it to your you might want to use iron, okay, to press it so that that edge, that joint part will come out very sharp. Okay, so sorry, my fan, I've used my needle and thread to tack it together after forming the fan plate. Okay, so like I said earlier at the video, I had to delete some parts. There are some measurements I later noticed that is very wrong. So I had to try it several times before I could give you this best. Okay, so I'm sorry I omitted that part. I've joined the fan. I've used my needle and thread to join it together. Okay, so you just tack it together with your needle and thread like that. So this is it. Can you see? So I've tacked it together to secure everything in place. Okay, all right, so that is it now. Okay, so the next thing now is to attach the fan to the cap or to the scarf, whichever one you call it. Okay, this is actually a scarf because we are going to be tying it at the back. Okay, so you just position it exactly where you want it to be. Okay, so you place it where you want it to be like that. So I'm just trying to adjust, making sure it is exactly where I want it to be before tacking. Okay, and keep on adjusting. Okay, so that's why it is better to first tack your fan. So once your fan is in place, then you can be moving it left and right until you get the perfect position you want it to be. Okay, so once I'm satisfied with the position, now go ahead now to use my pin to hold it together. Okay, before tacking. Yeah, I'm trying to get my pin there. Okay, yeah, so I'll be using my pin now to hold it together in place. Yeah, I'll be using my pin to hold it together now. Okay, so we go to the sides to just secure it with your pin. Secure it with your pin. Okay, so that's exactly what I'll be doing here. Okay, yeah. Alright, so the sides, you just press it inside like that. You fold it inside and use your pin to hold it. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing for the excess at the side. You just fold it in and use your pin to hold it. So we are going to be tacking everything together. We're going to be tacking it to the scarf. So I'll be doing the same thing for the other side too. use my pin to hold it together like that. And please make sure you use the same color of your ashoke for the bias. This is what I have at home. I just had to make do with this one. It's not for a client. I made this just for this tutorial, so it's not for a client. So if you are making yours for a client, please make sure you use the same color of ashoke as your bias. Okay, so I'm going to be tacking it together now, and make sure that your threads are not visible inside, so you don't want your thread to be showing at the back like that. So all right, now, so I've tacked everything, and look at the inside, the threads are not that visible. Okay, so tack everything together like that, so everything is in place now. So please please make sure you use the same color of ashoke with your bias, don't mind me. Okay, so I'll lose it now and tie it on my ashake, so you all can see the finished look now. Alright, so this is the finished look. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so as to get notification when I drop a new video, because I still have lots of video to give you guys. Thank you very much. Bye.